That for this week it would be cool to share essentially what my workout routine has looked like since being pregnant. I am actually at the tail end of my second trimester, but given just the fact that I took a huge break from YouTube, unfortunately that means that I did not record or just film very much of my life during the second trimester. So this is me trying to share with you guys now, before the second trimester is officially over, like what my movement, routine, fitness, workout, whatever you want to call it, has looked like literally basically the entire second trimester. So I did actually stop working out for a little bit around, I want to say like 8 through 13. Just remember there was 3 weeks straight that legitimately I didn't do anything. I didn't go for a walk. I didn't stretch. I wasn't hitting the gym or anything like that. I'm proud of myself for sticking through aside from those 2 weeks. Like in general, staying active basically my entire pregnancy aside from like those weeks I just mentioned. And I'm not sharing this because I feel like there's one right or wrong way to do it. This is just genuinely like what worked for me and what I've been loving and enjoying. Very early on, I want to say basically around week 13 or 14, I just came to the conclusion that like my workout routine is not going to look anything like what it looked like before. And that's okay. Like the goal during pregnancy is really never to fit, lose weight, or keep myself from gaining a ton. Working out in general always makes me feel so good. I've always said this, I think it's amazing for your mental health. It's amazing for just your general cardiovascular health. Please don't take this as any pressure for you to have to do what I do or something like that. Everybody's completely different and there are symptoms that are still very much present, which is very frustrating. So for me, specifically, I did develop sciatica on my left side, which is really frustrating. At the beginning when it first started, like I started feeling just panic because I'm so new to this. I don't know anything about what's normal during pregnancy. So I legit just was like, I hope this doesn't get worse or stay with me the whole way. I have to say thank you, Jesus, because I obviously pray over my leg and the nerve all the time, but I also did start doing a lot of stretching. And so on the days that I specifically am going to go to the gym or I do a walk, I will spend time stretching at the gym before I start my workout, or I will do a few stretches here on my couch and in my living room before I head out on a walk. Not every week looks the same. Most weeks I try my best to plan essentially what the week's gonna look like, but yesterday I had a really hard mental day and I'm just gonna own that and say that, which is probably why my eyes and my face look a little puffy. Just some realness over here. It was a really rough day and I all day could have told myself, no, I don't need to do it. Also the heat here, and I don't have AC in my house. Like, I don't know if I've ever said that, but luckily we live closer to the water, so like the beach and stuff. So the highest it gets here as far as heat goes is like maybe mid 80s, like really hot. I guess it could maybe get close to 90, but honestly, it rarely ever gets like that, which is like so, I'm grateful that that's the case for us here. So I have to find ways to literally stay cool. I have one portable AC here downstairs that I try not to run too much because if you know how much utilities and electricity cost here. So only on the days that I feel like my dogs are probably not like handling it well, I'm constantly refilling their water and I'm downing water like crazy too. So I will do walks, try to earlier in the day around like 9 or 10. Today I did an upper body workout at the gym, and then the rest of the week is going to be like one cardio class tomorrow. So I saved spin for tomorrow since I plan to wash my hair tomorrow. I'm planning to do the gym on Thursday again for lower body, and the week with like a nice walk on Friday. Right now I'm gonna make a protein smoothie. I have been loving this after my workouts because it keeps me full and it helps me, it holds me over until the very next meal, and that is something I wanted to mention too. So since pregnancy, the other half of like a healthy lifestyle and routine is your diet, and that has been extremely hard for me to really like stick to it and find a routine, because I still have strong food aversions to a lot of things. Like it's very rare something like at all that I'm like craving. Like I was in the mood for a donut. Like I can't tell you the last time I've had a donut. It's been like months. There's nothing wrong with having a donut like even once a week. Like there's nothing wrong with that. But I just haven't had one in a really long time. And so I do love, like, of course, sweeter things and spicier things. They help. So I try to plan meals here that I can cook, and maybe I'll film that at one point, like weeks worth of meals that I've had while I've been pregnant. But yeah, smoothies have been safe. This has been a game changer at like getting protein in, because I've just been, it's been so hard for me to stomach regular like actual protein source food. For real. Like eggs are so hit and miss. I feel like I do better with food when it's out, and it's just like, not only is that like a money burden to constantly be eating out, but also like it's harder to eat healthy, I think, when you eat out, because then the things you buy are so expensive. All that to say, last week was the first week I actually ate at home for dinner basically every single night that I said I would. So I planned Monday through Thursday. Jagger and I went to watch that movie. He let me get nachos, so I didn't have that for dinner, but I did just in general have that as a snack. And yeah, so I mean, if I do have a craving, you guys, like I don't necessarily tell myself no, because I don't really experience them often. So it's actually really nice when there is something I crave. Like I almost wish I struggled with the cravings, because then it would just be a matter of me telling myself like, calm down, have some discipline. But the problem is not just the food aversion part, it's also the fact that I literally still gag through everything. Like I could be eating here at home and I'll have leftovers for one other night, and that's it. I can't do it again for like lunch and then again for dinner. Like I eat in like much smaller portions as well. Like, and I think part of that is because the gag will kick in probably about 15 minutes into the meal. Anyway, all that to say, fruit has always been safe, and it still continues to be safe. I'm gonna tell you what I put in my smoothie. So right now I just use like 2% milk, and it has protein in it too, so throw that in. I am using this fruit medley from Costco. Super clutch, because they come in these pre-packaged like baggies. So I literally just put a whole bag in the smoothie. And then, like I mentioned, 2% milk. I also have been adding some dates. I bought this also in bulk at Costco. Dates supposedly are super good just for like pregnant women during pregnancy. I'm not even sure why. In general, I always added dates to my smoothies because I love how it adds just like a creamier, thicker texture. So this could be a good way to get in dates into your diet if you are pregnant and you're wanting to eat more pregnancy specific fruits and vegetables and all the things. I had 1 scoop of my vanilla protein from Arbonne, and I'm out. Looks like this. This is the coffee flavor. I'll probably make a smoothie tomorrow with coffee. Guys, I love Arbonne's protein for so many different reasons. I can link it below if you're interested in checking it out, because you don't have to make this like grander smoothie or shake every single day if you don't want. I actually, before all this, before being pregnant, I mean, I used to literally just like shake this with ice and have it that way, and it was like delicious. It tasted literally like an iced coffee. I love the chocolate one. I'm also out of that one, so that's why I've been doing vanilla lately. But I love it because it not only contains 24 grams of protein in 1 scoop, but there's, like I said, so many different ways you can have it. If you wanted to use it as such, you could also use it as a meal replacement. So I'm gonna have this right now as I'm getting ready for the day, and then after my shower I'll probably literally be hungry again. So I'm gonna have a salad or something, but I did want to share this because I do feel like if you are anything like me and you struggle with just like food and you're pregnant, then this could be a lifesaver for you. I'll link it below in case you're interested in checking it out. It's delicious, and there's a 9-day money-back guarantee. So if you legit are like unhappy with the flavor, you finish the whole bag and you absolutely hate it, they will refund you your money fully. We're gonna do that and then just kind of go about the day and see what it holds. I was literally about to sit down and start editing this vlog. It dawned on me, I never recorded like a little recap of me explaining or ending this video. Here I am, a week later, recapping my routine and basically just ending the video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing a glimpse into what my routine kind of looked like for the most part in the second trimester. If you don't already, follow me on Instagram. I just posted today like a recap in like more depth and just like my workout routine before, and I'll say it again, I share way more day-to-day updates on there. And then I feel like YouTube is where I go like really in depth on like specific categories and areas, so make sure you're not missing out on either or basically. My workout routine is about to change the third trimester. I started the third trimester last Wednesday on October 1st. So I just really want to emphasize to give yourself grace if you are someone who's pregnant currently, whether we're in sync with each other and as far along as one another. Maybe you're watching this and you really feel like you could go back and change what your journey was like when you were pregnant. You really just don't feel like there's any point in giving those thoughts anytime, you guys. The roller coaster of emotions I've experienced alone, just in my own journey, I can speak. I can say that currently I'm in a really good place, but it has not always been that way. And I know it's not always going to be that way. So it just really like shows me like a lot of emotions that we feel so strongly in the moment are just usually not worth harping on for too long. Give them its time for a moment. There's nothing wrong with allowing yourself to feel things, process them, because sometimes the more you try to shit under, it just piles up and makes it worse. And I feel like I experienced that last month in September, right around the time I was filming this actually. I did this before, but this is why I'm so grateful for building and starting creating these habits before pregnancy became part of my journey in my life. Because I mean, and there's pros and cons to everyone's journey. No one's looks linear, no one's looks perfect. I think it's okay to just embrace the fact that you're about to be on a ride of tons of unexpected things. Your emotions and your hormones are everywhere. Your level of energy, your fatigue is all over the place, and it's different every single day. That's why going into the second trimester, I tried my best to change my mindset and think more so like, okay, if I really want to just remain active and healthy, there's like literally no point in me caring so much about a workout split and targeting like a weight goal or anything like that. Like I'm pregnant. I have no business trying to control how much or how little weight I'm going to gain. The healthiest mentality you can try to have is to just try to show up in some way, shape, or form every single day. That's why I have really appreciated and loved my walks, and I think that moving into the third trimester, I might honestly stick to just walking, but stay tuned. I'm still not sure yet what I'm gonna do. I officially can't go on spin bikes and be comfortable anymore. It's really hard for me. It's not even so much like I lose my breath, it's just like the positioning of being on a bike for that long. It's so uncomfortable. But just in general, like high intense cardio classes, I think I'm gonna be staying away from for the remainder of this. If I can handle like the gym and strength training and I feel like doing it, then I will. I think of going to the gym right now. I kind of like, it's the last thing I want to do. And since I just care more about being active, I feel really inspired and just like mentally in a better headspace when I just get outside and I walk. The weather's finally cooling down here in Costa Mesa, so that makes me so happy. Today was the first gloomy walk I did, which was amazing. The cozier and cozier that the months get, I'm excited to take like my coffee with me or my tizzy with me and just make it a whole experience. So like I'm still moving my body, I'm still getting my heart rate up and pushing myself, but I'm also feeding my mind. I also love listening to a podcast. I love listening to a preaching, reading an audible book or something, all to feed me, not just physically, but also mentally, spiritually, and all the things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and if there is a specific question you have about anything, please let me know, and I will return and let you guys know what the third trimester looks like. We'll see what baby and I can handle. Finish my salad, and I'll see you in the next vlog.